Turkey detains more than 1,000 protesters after jailing of Istanbul mayor. More than 1,000 people have been detained during protests following the jailing of Istanbul mayor Ekrem İmamoğlu. Turkish Interior Minister Ali Yurikala said Monday. In a post on X, Yurikala said that 1,133 suspects were detained in illegal activities carried out between March 19th and March 23rd, adding that among those captured were individuals affiliated with the 12 different terrorist organizations. A political rival of President Recep Erdogan was detained from his home on Wednesday. Authorities in Istanbul banned protests and closed some roads in order to maintain public order and prevent any provocative actions that may occur. More than 120 police officers were also injured in the demonstrations. Yurikala said, adding objects said as acid, stones, sticks, fireworks, Molotov cocktails, axes, and knives were seized in what appeared to be a warning to the opposition. Yurikala said, "Let no one try to use our youth and our people as a shield for their own political ambitions." Erdogan called the recent protests a movement of violence in news conferences on Monday, saying the main opposition party, the Republican People's Party, CHP, was responsible for the property damage and injury to police officers that occurred during the demonstrations. When they look back at this, if they have even 1 ounce of respect, I believe they will feel embarrassed for the evil they have done to the country and its people, Erdogan said. Turkey's opposition leader accused Erdogan of trying to drift Turkey into an unlawful pathway, speaking to CNN's Biana Goldri on Monday. CHP leader Özgür Özel said that the protesting and the arrest of Istanbul's mayor simply wish to defend democracy and to preserve their rights. Now,
so basically, this is kind of the same thing that Vladimir Putin would do to his political opponents. You know what I'm saying? Once the election comes up, they start protesting. Hey, we can do this, do better in Russia. Locks them up. I saw one time they had the dude. He was like walking down the street, and like the people knew where they came to assassinate him. They knew where the camera was, right? And so they pulled up on him with a truck, and they blocked off the camera, popped him, and then kept dipping.
This is what I'm gonna say too. Hey, he's done plenty of things like that. He's jailed, chemical attacked people, all kind of stuff who were his political rivals. That's what Putin has done. However, when you look at him, it happens all around the world. Though a lot of people, because when you look at Erdogan, he's the president of Turkey. However, it's getting to a point to where everyone's looking at this as like, man, you're starting to act like a dictator. You're doing things that a dictator would do. You don't want to leave power. He's been in power for so long. Now you take your main political rival and you jail him right before. I think the election is 2028, so it's not right before, but he has a movement. If you see the massive protests, we got a picture of the massive amount of people, hundreds of thousands of people coming out to protest. Yeah. This isn't small. Like you'd have to really mobilize your army in order to stop these people. They've been spraying them with like bear spray, pepper, all that kind of stuff. It's been going down over there for real. Yeah. It's not like it's just this like a little small protest. Hundreds of thousands of people in the streets of your capital. I mean, so you have to really look at it from this perspective. This is the same thing we could almost say that people thought that Biden did to Trump right before the election. Now all of a sudden you have these charges. You got them a couple of years before, but in reality it's not the same thing because you actually committed crimes.
Yeah, but like, they waited. But Biden
waited too long.
Yeah. They waited till the year of the election to start hitting them with crimes.
You should have hit him in 2021.
They should have hit him as soon as the January 6th stuff. You got into power, boom, you should have got him right then and there because you waited till then you made it look political.
Absolutely. I think so too. That's the same way I look at it as well. I just don't feel like people really took that. I think they want to believe that, he tried to stick the law on his political rival, which is just not true. But this person, Erdogan, right now, man, Turkey is becoming very, very powerful. They're basically to get into the Black Sea. Turkey has to let you in. Doesn't matter. I mean, whoever's in there, because they own the corridor to the Black Sea. Turkey, at the same time, has the largest military in all of the in NATO, and as far besides the United States, all of Europe, they got the largest military. Right now, they're reaching their hands down into Africa. At the same time, they're starting to make alliances and do deals and sell weapons and down in African countries. They're doing stuff all across the world. Turkey's starting to flex his muscle. So this is somebody who we need to kind of pay attention to because he's becoming a strong man. He's pretty much just like, Putin. I mean, I won't say just like him because they do have differences, Turkey and and Russia do have differences behind some of the things that Russia's done, but we definitely do need to pay attention to what's going on in Turkey, because if countries can just take their political rivals and jail them and act like they're having real elections, then it's not really something that we need to be doing business with.
Well, you know what America's about to say? Hold my beer.
Absolutely.